Okay. Well, this is going to be a very interesting day. Hello, hello. Let's see. Where am I? So this has been a crazy. This is the worst, most difficult. So many computer problems yesterday and today. OneDrive, it would not let me see my files to and would not let me upload the files. So I tried putting up an old link, to be like, hey, you know, try to put up an old link to be like, hey, that to perhaps it went to to the F and the A minor. So you guys are free. So you're free. Please feel free to say you're too loud. I can't hear you. Can't hear the music, whatever, because it's just a crazy day. Hey, I'm Mark Black. This is my improv workshop, and called Improv Workshop. And today is the 15th day of November 2022, and I want you to have fun and be awesome. And we're learning to improvise, getting better and better with different ideas on improvisation. Y'all holler now if you can't hear something. So we're not just ad-libbing, but we're trying to learn things. So unfortunately, in terms of my marvelous preparation, I've just barely managed to get the songs charted, and you do not have them. I'm sorry. Blame that on OneDrive. Blame that on the printer. Blame that on all kind of stuff. Not me. Whatever you do, don't blame me. So anyway, we're going to learn different things. So we'll stop and talk about things and try to get good ideas about how to do better and stuff. If you have a request, by the way, for a style or something like, hey, want you to play something. There's a slide whistle over there. On different instruments or different styles than we've done. Say, how come you don't ever do that? I plan on doing the blues today, but no. So anyway, we'll add different things and questions about stuff. Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? Somebody asked a really good question about improvisation, or really, I thought it was an unusual question, really, from my standpoint. Do you need to reference the melody in your ad-libbing? And I'll answer that question tomorrow at 7 o'clock at the To Play and Sing Q&A live stream. Yes, if you want to answer that, you need to come to that. And if you like this, you need to hit subscribe. You need to hit, bow down. You need to, do the grovel, hit the grovel button. No, you need to hit subscribe. You need to hit notifications. You need to share this with people. You need to invite people. And again, I'm planning on you playing, so I don't want you just listening to this. I want you to play. And so when I play, you don't play, not because I'm so amazing, but because we have to, the idea is to think about what you'd like to do, perhaps be inspired or led by what the other person is doing. And seriously, if you were ad-libbing, you would inspire me and to play stuff, and you may hear me play and say, well, whatever I do, I don't want to do what he did. But the idea is to pause and think and play. So when I play, you don't play, but when it's time for you to play, jump right in. Don't wait. And then don't be put off because you don't like a style or a song or an instrument I'm playing. Just make it the best it can be. You try to make it good because you're doing a great job. And there's supposed to be links in the description. I put a link, the only link I could find because of sorry dog OneDrive. And so I put a link in the description of this video. Perhaps it'll get you to the scales. The first song is going to be in F. And it's an interesting song because it's a kind of a hip thing. It's borderline blues, but it's not. Doesn't have quite the dirtiness or aggressiveness of a blues. It's supposed to be kind of hip in a, like I think in the description I said, 50s, 60s kind of way. Anyway, we'll talk about that in just a second. So let's see. And if you're watching this after the live stream, after this, what we're doing, and I'm not supposed to be wearing headphones, right? But I just out of time, man. Just out of time. Got to wear these headphones. Got to look like I'm an announcer. got a signal. Oh, I got to turn myself up. Look at that. It's not loud enough. Here we go. Just see louder. There. Is that getting louder? Yeah. There we go. That's too loud now. Let's turn that down for me. I'm turning my headphones down. Good. Okay. So if you're watching this after the live stream, then if it's too hard, or you have any questions, just go back and look at older ones. And then some of them older ones, the very first older one is just in one chord. And then, by the way, if you're trying to think of ideas for everybody, you're trying to think of something to do, try singing. Try singing along. Will give you ideas on what to do, and really will. So that's not me. A lot of people say that, and I agree with them. So there you go. Okay, now this first song is in the key of F. I want to be sure I see that. Yep, it's in the key of F, and it's using chords only in the key of F. Now, what we know is that when we listen, and I got to look at this and make sure, like I said, it did not have a chance. It's not really my fault. But it did not have a chance to get everything set up like it should be. I mean, I'm very aggravated about it. But so I got to check my levels and stuff. But let's listen to this and see. Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, that's fine. So it's just supposed to be kind of funny. Oh yeah, that was on purpose. That's not an accident. Whoops. Well, that sure messed up. Wow. Crazy day. It's supposed to be kind of funny. Just short of bluesy. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay. Back to home base. This is starting the fifth measure. All right, here's the break, the bridge, second part. Yep. Nothing, not a single note, not in the key of F. For a B flat instrument, it's the key of G with one sharp. For an E flat instrument, it's the key of D dog. Now I'm gonna, because of what I'm playing, okay, now it's 32 bars. Whoa! Turn it way down. Popcorn. That old song, Popcorn. I just turned my voice way down. Okay, so here I am. I'm just going to get started. And I want to turn this timer on, make sure it'll take too long. Give you plenty of time. So we'll try with we'll see. Starting over from the top, and let's see. You hear it's kind of cute, right? It's kind of cute. Kind of cute. It's got a little bit of a kick to it. talk about it real quick. What we got so far? We got this little thong here, and it's cute, but it's got a little bit of an edge. Remember, one of the first things we want to get to or think about when we're ad-libbing is, what is this song like? Wow, look at that. When I started playing, I forgot, this is in the key of F, and I was dismissively talking to you guys and saying, oh, and if you're in E flat, it's in D, and I forgot, what I'm playing, E flat. So I was in D, and at first I started in F. But here's this song. It's kind of fun. That is so interesting. So we're being spammed by, sex something over here. So don't click on any of that. But anyway, so the point is, it's kind of fun. First thing we want to do is kind of, what is the song like? It's kind of almost bluesy, but it's more happy, or as happy as it is bluesy, by which I mean aggressive. So what do? First off, we would use a pentatonic pattern. Sorry, I'll turn that down some. That's just the pentatonic pattern, F pentatonic, G pentatonic. And then, okay, now other things you're hearing is the blue note. So the blues scale, but think of it at this moment, not the blues scale. It is the F scale with the blue note, or just the blue note. Or the G scale with the blue note in the case of a G instrument, B flat instrument, in G would be the B flat. So I'm just saying it'd be. So that's a little punch. Okay, and then there's another thing I'm doing, which is not like everybody's doing, but I'm doing is like, so here's our pentatonic. And then I wanted to hear this sound. That's the blue note. In F, it's an A flat. In G, it's a B flat. And for me, it's an F natural. So I'm saying put in the blue note. And you could just hit the blue note. So just as a sound, you get this sound. One other thing that I'm doing, and that you might want to do, is add in the lowered 7. And the things I'm saying, you're trying to accumulate a great vast hoard of beautiful things that A, sound good, and B, you remember. So it's not just going, hey, he played something, I don't know what he said, it was cool. But rather, here's this, so we're trying to get this bluesy sound, this happy sound, make it a little bluesy. So we'd use the 7th note of the scale. Seventh note, and lower it a half set. And that would sound like this. Supposed to be trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let for 50 cents, no cars, no booze, no bets, I ain't got no cigarettes. I see there's a chord missing right there. I don't know why is that. hours of push and blow by the 8-by-the-4 bedroom mama. Man on me is by no means king of the road. Let's take it. You go. Think of the road. Keep going. Key of F, key of G. Put in that blue note. Ba-da-ba-da-da. Blue note. I think the quiet part's coming up. With the quiet. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Feel that groove? Make a groove. Ah, ah. 2, 4, 2, 4. Keep going. Take it minor. Oh, keep going. Coming up to the minor in a minute. Keep doing it. Take it on home. Come on to a minor. comment, and I want the. Besides the fact, I obviously like a lot of songs that other people may not like. So I think it's enjoyed that a lot. What I want you to notice, remember, the first thing I want you thinking about in songs is what is this song like? It is an angry song. It is a mystical song. It is a lovely song. And then from that, it's in a minor key. It's got these kind of chords. Building. But the first thing is, like, I'm trying to catch the mood of this song. So I'm just repeating. So this song, happy, friendly, pleasant, but it's not walking through the field, right? It's got a little bluesiness to it without being a straight ahead blues or full on blues. And how do we do that? Well, we use a lot of the blues trappings, the flat third. Start in order would be perhaps the pentatonic. Ba 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 ba. We can do the major because the song's happy enough. Here's a full-on major. The song is happy enough to support it. Whereas in a straightforward regular blues, we really probably can't, and not of jazz blues, but regular traditional blues, we probably can't use the full major scale. It sounds a little wordy. Not in this song, it's a little friendlier. But we still have to be kind of sensitive with it. So primary tools would be pentatonic, blues, and I want today I was saying it rather than just the blues scale, ba 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 ba. In this case, the F major blues scale, the G major blues scale if you're a B flat instrument, but rather the blue note by itself. And then a third thing, additionally, was said was a lowered seventh scale degree. And we take any scale, we go to the seventh note, and then we lower it. That would sound sound darker. Lowered 1/2 step. So in this case, I'll leave out the alto. With the alto, it'd be a C natural. For the C instruments, it'd be an E flat. And for the trumpet or B flat instruments, it'd be an F natural. And that would be, and again, at this case, I want us to think of it that note by itself. It is a scale. And then, by the way, that's a good place to start in that pause. So I'm not going to take responsibility for anything today. So many crazy things have happened, all technical, about all this stuff we're trying to do here. So one of the things would be the chart. Both with the chart with the keys of the song and the chart with the chart of the song. So it sounds like there's an extra measure in there, shorter measure, whatever. It doesn't matter. Should have. But anyway, regardless. Talking about playing that note, and yes, a major scale with a lower 7 is. Guess what? I know what it is. It's Mixolydian mode. Who knew? I knew. But it's like, is this song in Mixolydian? No. I would assume that you played that lowered 7th scale degree every time, and rather we would look at it as an ornament. Really kind of in this song, because it's a semi-blues, it's a semi-bluesy, so it's like that lowered 3rd and that lowered 7th scale degree would be an ornament, something to do occasionally, not something to do continually, because we're not trying to be mean, we're trying to be cute. All right, going on to the next song now, and this is my sad song. And listen, guys, again, Tom said this link worked, so this song is in A apple minor, I sure hope. And let's see what we got here. Looks like it is Wishing You Were Dear, based on loosely the Chicago song. It's not going to sound a lot like it, but it's a minor. It's all minor, and so this is in the minor key. This is in natural minor, meaning if it's an A natural minor for the non. I am going to play a C instrument here, so it's the same notes as what major scale? C major scale. St. Louis is C scale. Every single chord in this song is just like this. What we just heard, the song we just finished. Every single chord was using only notes of the F scale. In this song, every single chord is using notes of the A natural minor or A Aeolian minor, which is also the notes of the C scale. And 7 notes producing 7 chords, although we don't use the diminished chord as much nowadays. And let's listen to that. Trying to get the feel. What's this song like? Yeah. Whew. He's pretty cool. Of course, I'm easily impressed. So anyway, I like the way it sounded. Let's see how my voice is good. The track seemed okay. And let me just checking, see if I have any other comments. No? Okay. So what we'd like to do in all these songs is any song that we're ad-libbing to. We either use a chart or our ear or both. Chart telling us when the chords are changing to hit, anticipate, land on a cool note as we're ad-libbing. So for example, this song being A minor, these notes... So those notes, 1, 3, 5. We talked about this last week and other times. The notes of the chord 1, 3, 5, and some we'll stop with that. 1, 3, 5 will be solid notes, good solid places to end. The notes with the notes 7, 6, and 2 will be also, they'll be a little more unusual. So I want to sound unusual. I would go. This is the 2. And that's changing. That's not in the key. So as the chord change, here we go. We went to the 5, 4, but minor 5 and a minor 4. And I'm not telling you, you can use your brain to figure out what these notes are, which is not poo-pooing that at all. I don't poo-poo 8-bit. But hey Jeffrey. So I'm not poo-pooing the idea of knowing I'm in a minor, and so I'm using a B as the 2. But you can also, and perhaps just as well, just as profitably, be doing that song sound by ear. So all I'm saying is, if you want it to sound unusual, you're saying, oh, and you're staying, and for the moment, we're staying in that key of A minor, but then it's a C scale. You're saying, okay, let me try the 2nd note in the scale, the 6th note in the scale, the 7th note in the scale, then the 4th note in the scale. Over the home chord, it's not gonna it's not gonna sound wrong. You just can't sit on it. Here, I'm gonna sit on it. Doesn't sound wrong. Now it sounds great. My turn. Your turn. Go. give you more turns. Keep going. You have 8 more measures. Go for it. And that's back to the top for 4 measures. Now look. Let me just stop real quick and say, the lower register in your instrument, including your voice, sounds more masculine and firm. Now we are attracted, I think, as a whole, to higher notes on any instrument. Not necessarily the highest notes, because then they start to sound thin. But we're kind of north of the middle, and we all tend to that. And so I'm just saying, in the middle of a solo, jumping down to a low sound is a nice change, a nice, hey, I'm singing about you, babe. Let me just start over. Just do that. I'll give it back to you. I'm going to take 4 measures, and you're going to have it. And so I go. Your turn. Play something in the lower part of your instrument. Okay, now do whatever you want. This is our little B. Ah, yeah. Now if you're on the guitar, this is the first major pattern. Check it out. Try something long. Go. Okay, back at the top. You got 4 more. My turn. I got. And you go. And 4 more. Okay, and make a little more narrow comment than normally what I would do, which is just simply to say, on the guitar and fretted instruments, not fretted instruments, instruments with fingerboards. So we bend, and typically we would bend to a blue note up to a half step. But a nice sound would be to bend in this a half step. Well, sorry, that didn't sound so great. So, you know what I'm saying, the half step, which from 3rd to the 4th note in the scale is a half step, from the 7th to the 8th is a half step. So, yeah. So now other instruments have a similar thing, like a lip slur, or and the saxophone, same thing, dropping your jaw, bending a note. So let's try that a little bit. This is just a fun thing, and of course you can do it too much, you can do it wrong. When you're practicing, when you're at home, you're messing around with stuff, any technique, you will and should overdo the technique. That is, you're doing it so many times because you're trying to practice it and get used to it, comfortable with it. So I'm just saying we do it a lot. So let's start at the beginning. I'll just try to do some bends. And on another thing on these instruments, like a mandolin, a bass, whatever. Another thing is we have this note. This is a similar idea. This is every instrument do this, and that is we want it to sound. If we want it to sound not bluesy, but informal and emotional. So I'm going to hit this note. So I go, so I go, slide some length of time up to that note, and that makes it similar to the bend the note, or either one, depending on your instrument, what you do. So say you're going to approach note X, and you approach it by W, a half step below, and come up to it, or a half step, or further. So I'm going to go this here. I'm going to the C, but I'm going to go. Bending some things, sliding up there some things. Overdo it. It'll be good. Because when you really do it, you're not going to do it that much. But now do it a lot. Keep going. Take your time. Set up for one note. Doesn't have to be a great solo. You're trying to bend or slide. Keep going. So I'm gonna go. Do some more. Your turn. Bend, slide up to notes. Opposite, different ideas, but try to keep going. Now the opposite idea is the fall. So I go. Try some fall. Pew. Okay, now this song is supposed to sound dark. Your turn. Yeah, baby. Okay. Now, on most instruments, the pentatonic pattern. So here we are in this. Let's take another on this instrument, like the guitar, bass, other instruments. I have many places I can play the scale. Sorry. I'm sorry, I got obsessed with N-E-S-T-L-E-S, Leslie's makes the very best. Well, we are family. Strange day, huh? No, I was obsessed with N-E-S-T-L-E-S, Nestle's makes the very best chocolate. I heard that when I was playing that scale. Anyway, so a 7-note scale, many places, on every instrument. On these instruments, it's patterns. But anyway, the point is the 7-note scale sometimes is A, harder to play, and B, harder to assess, harder to assimilate, harder to play well, harder to use. So I'm just saying, in your playing, you could take that full scale. Let's see, the song said A minor, so B minor for the B flat instruments, and F sharp minor for the E flat instruments. You could take that, and instead of the 7th note scale, you could do the pentatonic. So you could add a 5-note scale. And on your own instrument to be. So in one sense, it's like there's not as many words complicating your solo. In another sense, you can say it's pretty simplistic, you poor fool. Okay, add that for me. Use the 5-note scale, pentatonic. Try that some. Jump around. It moves you faster up and down your register, your range. Now let's try strict 4 measures apiece. Your turn. My turn. Your turn. That was nice. As it gets back to the B section, and it starts on a D. Didn't. Your turn. My turn. Your turn. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to stop. Now, pretty much because of time, but so, okay, now, let's see what we talked about. I talked about sliding up to notes, bending notes, sliding on most instruments, some instruments not, but on most instruments, sliding would be half steps. Do 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 do. Bending would be chromatic, or actually, I didn't mean to say that. Would be I don't know what the right word is. It would be going from a note and moving. The entire movement would only be a half step or a whole step. Ba, ba, with all those notes, that's slowing it down. We want to make that sound. And then we had falling, which is the opposite. And then I did just say that the 7-note scale, which gives much more creativity, because you have a lot of notes to work with, and even more notes than that. This one's I know the entire gamut of things to do. Whether I did them well or not is another matter. But so the 7-note would be sort of a middle place. But the point is, I want to say about the 7-note scale, a major scale, a mode, is that it gives us a little bit of a problem. You can sound a little wordy, like a guy who talks too much, or he doesn't get to the point. So I'm saying a pentatonic scale, a 5-note scale, a blues scale, a 6-note scale, took out some notes and can, yes, it can sound simplistic. Yes, it can sound like everybody's solo in the planet, but can also sound very direct. Can sound very like, get to the point, sucker. So anyway, why am I telling you this? Because I want it to be wonderful. So if you feel like you're kind of babbling, saying a lot of, playing a lot of notes, but they aren't sweet notes, try going to pentatonic or blues, taking out some notes. Perhaps the notes that are left will be better sounding. If you feel like you're just playing the same 5 or 6 notes again and again and again, try the pentatonics. And then in the blues. Did I say that? No. I mean, try the major with the extra notes, Okay. And then I did say that 1, 3, 5, and just look, you need to practice this constantly. Is an F chord going on? You say FAC. This is the letters of the alphabet, And I'm not talking about right now, is it F, A flat, C? Is it F sharp, A, C sharp? Is it F sharp, A, C? I'm not talking where the sharps are flats, just the letters. Close enough for now. Government work, close enough. So you should walk around all day going A, C, you can go in A, C, E, B, D, F, where am I? C, E, G, D, F, A, E, G, B, F, A, C, G, B, D. That's your major chords. So anyway, so the point is you're ad-libbing over so-and-so chord, and we're in the key, whatever the key is, and here's the chord. Got the key this way, got the chord this way, whatever the chord is. You say, well, if I played the 1, 3, and the 5 of this chord, it would sound very predictable, good, solid. If I played the 2, the 5, and the 2, the 7, and the 6, it would sound good and less usual. The 4 would be something I could play, but I would probably want to get off of it. Not immediately, but fairly quickly. Now I'm leaving out blue notes. I'm leaving out the previous song we did lowered 7s, which is also a blue note. Anyway, so and there's only 12 sounds. That's it. There's 7 sounds in a key, which is a group of notes that relate to one another and build things with them. And there's only 12 sounds total. And so I'm just encouraging you, hey, So anyway, I enjoyed playing that and playing with you. I hope you enjoyed that. If you got any suggestions for other sounds, why aren't we doing, I said last week or 2 weeks ago, why aren't we doing Zydeco? Just holler. Why don't you play, what else I mentioned in here? I have a bunch of recorders. Why aren't you playing your recorder? Or could you play a solo on the recorder? Okay. And I don't know how, what we think about that. But, and then, so I'm Mark Black. This is Mark Teaches Music, and this is our Improv Workshop. And every Tuesday at 7:45 tomorrow night, to play and sing is a Q&A, question and answer. You ask your questions. My goodness, if it was me, especially if I was taking lessons or cared about music, I'd try to load up everything I could think of, and ask every question in the world in which I could answer some of them, I hope. Anyway, so appreciate you being here, and until next week, I want you to have fun and be awesome.